them out because it was quite normal that they would take 1 or 2 chicken with them and eat them.
Was the word Tzigane a very derogatory word or not? Or was it just a romantic idea? It's not like a racist word in the way that words were used against black people, for example.
When you would call somebody Tzigane, that would mean that he is dirty, poor, that he lives in a different manner, that perhaps he's not as worthy as you are, because as soon as you used the word Tzigane, you were stating that you yourself are not. Otherwise you would not use it. The Roma among themselves would not call themselves you Tzigane and you Tzigane.
The other aspect of Janacek's attitude towards the gypsies in the Diary of One Who Disappeared is this sense of pollution, and particularly of sexual pollution. And in fact, in the music, towards the end of the cycle, although the text speaks of liberation and of him leaving home and being liberated, there's an immense sense of sort of heavy guilt and foreboding almost about it. And is that also, I mean, is that a feature, do you think, of relations between the communities, that there's no intermarriage and no relationships between?
Well, it actually has two sides, perhaps even the story of the pollution itself to it. Because on one hand, even today, it's not very normal for a majority community member, be it man or a woman, to marry a Roma. Usually you are on the same social level. That means that you are very poor and that you live in more or less the same conditions. And therefore, the ethnic difference is so small that it's not really something which would really much hurt one or the other side of the family. Nevertheless, if you are Roma and you marry a non-Roma, it's something which the family will never forget. So if you were a father or the oldest brother of the family, you had to watch that your sisters and that your mother would stick to the rules of the traditional community. Otherwise, the pollution and the shame would go upon all your bigger family.
Our cathedral is high, reaching to the vault of the sky. The candles are tall pine trees. 2 people enter the cathedral, and these 2 want to be married. The general wants to marry his little negress, the dear Camilla. And you, my little soul, for me you're above everything, above all the notes I write. You're the holy calm in my soul, but you're also the little fire that gives warmth, which heats up my desires. Everything for you.
Everything for you. He's past the point of no return. But then again, he hasn't. There's yet another mystery. All the biographies describe him stopping halfway through the diary and putting it away in a chest. Nobody's ever explained why. But when I asked John Tyrrell, back in London, the research for his new biography suggested a theory.
We do know that he went off to the spa of Bostridge to see his earlier friend, Gabriela Horvatova. And he comes back, tries to write another song, writes to Camilla that he'll be finished soon, and then he stops. And this is the great puzzle. Why does he stop? Because he doesn't just stop for a few days, he stops for 18 months. And I think it's all because of Mrs. Horvatova. Horvatova was the singer who took the main part of the Kostelnička in the Prague production of Jenůfa. And she and Janacek had a rather steamy and ostentatious affair. So he goes off to see Horvatova, having done half the diary, and because he says everything that's on his mind, he tells her about his new friend, he tells her about the new piece he's writing about the new friend, and Horvatova is mortified. She doesn't want a younger mistress coming up, and certainly she's had no pieces written about her, so she does her best to get her knife in it.